So we're back live. Thanks if you are, standing by there waiting for us to come back. I really do appreciate it that you're, sticking with us and hanging out with us here. I did set up another game of Catan here on colonist.io in the, I'm not going to allow this 16 out of 20 karma situation or this 8 out of 10 karma situation happen. But more and more people have been joining the site, so we now have over 1,500 players online. I think when we started the stream it was closer to like 1,300 or something like that. But I was hoping to get some players that have a higher karma rating, which basically means that they're not the kind of people that are going to abandon the game. And really hoping to get a good game going here. We did win the last game that we played, so far on stream we've played 2 games. We're 1 out of 2. And for those of you that are familiar with the game Settlers of Catan, ooh, I just kind of kicked that around. For those that are familiar with the game Settlers of Catan but don't really know the platform colonist.io, just a really cool site to be able to play online games of Settlers of Catan. And there's always over 1,000 players online. Probably more and more people are going to start joining now that people are waking up in the US. With that said, I'm looking at this board now. So we are the second player to choose a spot on this board. Or is going to be a little bit problematic, I would say. And what I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do here is to, potentially, you know what, like, I was thinking I was going to go for the 3-5-8, but you know what, I think the more sensible thing to do here is to go for the 5-8-10 with the idea that we're most likely going to build in this direction. I don't see anybody jumping on the 3-8, although, in saying that, famous last words, right? I guess maybe with that in mind, I'm gonna do this, kind of work my way out. I don't know if that's gonna work out well for us, but I'm hopeful that at the very least we might be able to get the settlement here on this this 5-6. One thing that's definitely notable on this board is that the desert hex is just sitting right there in the middle. And when that happens, usually you're going to get like a game where it's a little bit more, there's a bit more congestion, and it's kind of cutthroat as far as like fighting for spots and whatnot. So my hope here in that sense is that, because we do have that road kind of building set up, we do have a really good combo here with a 5-8. We hopefully will be able to take advantage of that and kind of, push very early to get kind of early settlements and then increase our production that way. And maybe the thing to do is to kind of try to get onto, like this combo over here with wool and ore, or maybe find, some wool somewhere else and try to kind of do something where, we'll just have to wait and see, obviously, where the other players go. But, assuming that nobody goes here, that might be our pathway as well. So that 3-8 kind of idea that I was talking about originally. But we're just going to have to wait and see kind of how things develop here. My thought process as well is that the red player here with their... massive ore sort of production and good clay. They're going to try to complement that with wheat production and potentially look for. They're not going to be able to get the 3 resources that they need, so they're going to be a bit stuck this game. So the 3-8 was taken as I sort of suspected might happen, which is, again, that's just good. Pre-planning and kind of trying to predict what's going to happen here. Now, with that being said, one really interesting thing that we could do, let me think about this. If I go on the 5-9-2, we're basically going to only be able to settle on one of the spots here, which is either the 9-4 or the 4-5. But then we're going to be able to maybe work our way back that way. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, I think I have a plan here. Again, I'm being a little bit optimistic, perhaps. But my sense of the situation is that we're potentially going to be able to get both the 4-9 and the 5-6. And if we're able to achieve both of those things, there's a good chance that we have a really good game here. I'm just sort of questioning what the red player is going to do, right? I mean, the 4-9 is a possibility, but then they don't have lumber or wool, right? So that seems to be like very risky from their perspective. Yeah, so they completely go in a different direction. So we do have the space here, which I think was kind of cunning and hopefully will work out here in our favor. So red starts with a road in hand, and they do get some clay, so it'll be interesting to see. They're probably going to go for the ore port, yeah. Yeah, so build down here, I would say. Yeah, the green player here, I mean, I'm questioning that 3-8 idea, but maybe it works. Maybe it works. But yeah, we definitely have a really good setup in terms of production towards kind of road build and settle. And so with that in mind, I'm sort of questioning, will the red player do this with us? I mean, I think it's worth a shot because the red player isn't producing wheat to kind of go for this idea. I don't know that he necessarily has an abundance of clay there, but he might kind of think ahead as well, and would like to do something like that. So he is considering it, but maybe it's too early to kind of target that trade. All right. Lumber for ore with green. Yeah, I'm quite concerned about green here. I definitely don't want to give green lumber because I have a slight fear that they're going to try to compete with us for this 9-4 spot, which is going to be the first one I'm going for sure. So yeah, orange is wanting the clay as well. Yeah, we're in a really awkward situation here to start the game where, like I said, there's a bit of congestion, so a lot of competition for spots to begin with. So I think everybody is a little timid as far as committing to a trade. But yeah, let's see what red produces. Hopefully they produce some clay, or maybe clay on our turn. Yeah, so they did get some clay here. I wonder if they're gonna, try to get something good for their clay here. I mean, do we give them wheat and wool for clay? I mean, I think I can do that. It's a little bit risky because we are really helping them, but if we do that, we're really, really close to settling on the 9-4, which, I mean, I think the 9-4 is going to be pretty critical for us this game, so it would really hurt if green beat us to the punch here. So yeah, he's considering his options. And on our turn, I'm going to try to do something. Okay, so he wants lumber for clay. Yeah, I'll do the wheat for clay for sure. Just jump on that straight away. Nice. So I was thinking we might have to give him 2 cards for the 1. So I'm really glad to see that he went with a 1-for-1 there. That worked out really well. So if we get an 8 here, if we get an 8 here, oh, wait, what happened? Because he was up. What? No, no, I'll offer the. Yeah, I don't know. that happened too quickly there. I mean, again, I'll try to do this. I know that the red player here is after some wool potentially. You know, so is he going to do this trade with us? I don't know. I might try to sweeten the deal, like I said before. I mean, if we can get this trade through, to be fair. Oof, he does it 1-for-1. That is so awesome. Yeah, so that worked out really well for us. I mean, I thought, I was totally willing to give 2 cards for 1 there, for sure. Like, if we had to, I would definitely, pay a premium there to be able to get that settlement down. That's just huge for us. So now we have access to some ore. My hope now is to be able to get onto this 5-6, just have an incredible increase to our production. And then maybe if we're very, very lucky, kind of try to build out this road down here and get onto a 3-1 port. I mean, if we're able to achieve all of that, yeah, I'll do this with green now for sure. Okay, so he goes for a development card. Yeah. So yeah, I think the green player is now kind of out of the game. We took one of the key spots out of their, sort of target checklist kind of options. Killed their dreams, and yeah, I mean, in that sense, I just don't think that they're going to be competitive here this game. So yeah, I'm definitely hoping to be able to get some clay. I don't think we've rolled any 8s here so far, so again, there's an argument to be made to attempt to do this. I will try to sweeten the deal as well if anybody's kind of keen on doing that, but I don't necessarily think that anybody's going to be interested. We are going to put the road down no matter what, but I may as well try to get this trade through. So lumber and wool. Oh, for, what was I doing? Clay? Yep. Let's see if somebody's willing to do this with us. So, yeah, that's not happening. Okay, that's totally fine. So we are going to put the road down. We have 6 cards, so, that might come back to bite us here, but again, if we're able to accomplish these first 2 things that I was hoping to be able to accomplish, we're definitely setting ourselves up here for a strong game. Because yeah, the road build, the road build is kind of ours in that case and whatnot. So quite a few things are going to be favorable for us here. Yeah, so I mean, I don't hate that as well. It's just worth mentioning, you know what I mean? Like, I think the orange and green player are gonna have a really, really tough time this game. And so with that in mind, we sort of have to now focus on kind of hitting the red player when we can. Yeah, I mean, we have 7 cards, but we can't really do anything with sort of the cards that we're holding here. And I don't want to give lumber to the red player. Like, I'd rather give him the other resources, but yeah, hopefully eventually we produce some clay here and are able to settle. Maybe he goes for the 4 ore. Yep. probably us. Yeah, I think our setup looks really, really scary. And I think everybody's now kind of noticing that we're most likely going to be able to eventually settle on the 5-6 here, and that just enhances. Yeah, so that's really fantastic here. So definitely able to achieve kind of those first initial goals. Everything that we wanted, we sort of got here in the first instance, and now, are we going to be able to get like an amazing expansion into a port here? I don't know, but yeah, I would definitely love to be able to find a way to land on that 5-10. And if we have to burn some wheat to do that as our 5th settlement, I mean, that's just that would be tremendous. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we get a clay here. If a 7 rolls, we're going to lose some cards. We have 10 cards in our hand, but as I said, our production, like from the beginning, right? So we started on that 5-8-10 up in the right corner, and the 5-2-9 with a plan to be able to kind of use that as sort of let's call it a runway to to an expansion onto 2 really, really good spots here. So getting on the 4-9 and the 5-6, fantastic. Yeah, hopefully we don't roll a 7. Yeah, so we can live with that. Just thinking out loud here, I mean, there's an argument to be made that we want to get a development card. But I mean, we're going to be producing so much wheat. Yeah, let's do this and kind of work our way down. I think the green player is now focused on doing this. He's not really going to be building that much road. In saying that, he just rolled an 11, so so that's kind of funny. But yeah, my hope is that we're at least going to be able to put down that 1 extra road now. And if we're able to do that, we're kind of guaranteeing ourselves that 5-10 and 3-1 port, which just really is going to set us up for a win in this game. I think that if we get there and get that, it's kind of ours at that point. So again, we do have a lot of cards in our hand, but I didn't want to burn through the lumber just in case it comes back to us, and let's just say we had the clay, but now we're missing the lumber, right? What's the point of that? So if we have to throw away some cards, and some of those are some lumber, such is life. Gonna give clay my turn. What is the biggest offer you can make? Yeah, so he's trying to extort some resources here for the clay. I mean, strategically speaking, he's kind of doing making a solid move here. But yeah, we know for sure that the green player here has only one clay, because we don't have clay, and we're producing clay from the 8 together. So yeah. I'm not entirely sure that was the smartest move on the part of the green player, but I think the green player is kind of desperate to get something going here. Yeah, so that's really nice. Yeah, we definitely want to try. Maybe I'll try to get an interesting trade going here as well. So I'll try to do this for clay. I don't think that it's necessarily a possibility, but ooh, green goes for it. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to announce it right now. It's game over. I'm gonna do like something that I shouldn't be doing, but yeah, we're just gonna call this a win. I mean, we're calling this a win. I find it very, very hard to believe that anybody is going to be able to compete with us now. I mean, the one thing that can happen is just the robber and people just hitting us constantly and us, kind of losing cards on the regular, but, nobody is going to be able to take the longest road build, I don't think, away from us. Eventually we're going to start getting some development cards here, and once we sort of get that going and get our first city up, and again, we have the 3-1 port, so that's going to just, enhance everything that we're trying to do here. So red uses the knight, going to go after us, maybe the 9, yeah, totally sensible. Gets a wheat, that's totally fine. Again, we have a 9 and a 10 wheat option here, so, I guess the question now is whether we want to, is the red player ever going to try to cut us off as far as the connection goes? I mean, let's just secure it. We'll put one road down, just get rid of some cards out of our hand here. Yeah, so ore is fantastic. That's definitely what we're going to need to be able to push forward. I mean, there's a good argument actually to be made that we could maybe forego the idea of trying to get, I mean, if we get a city, we get a city. That would be fantastic. If we get the resources, we're able to accumulate it, great. But there's an argument to be made here that, like, we're going to be producing so many cards, and we have a 3-1 port, that we're both going to be able to fight for army and going to be able to fight for longest road here. And if we do that, that gives us 9 points, and maybe we get a victory point along the way as well. Or maybe we get like a resource monopoly along the way, and that just, that produces the city for us, right? So, I think we're not going to worry too much about, like saving up for a city, at least not in this sort of stage where it's very likely that we're going to be kind of targeted, people are going to continue to hit us here constantly. So yeah, let's just see how we go here. But yeah, for those that are just joining live, I've actually only played 2 games this stream, and we're 1 out of 2, but I declared victory. So I put on the scorecard that we're 2 out of 3 because this game is over. It's over, and it's over. We're not. This is not a competitive game. We're gonna crush this. Famous last words. So red is producing a lot of ore, and obviously with our knights we're going to be targeting the red player, but again, it's just noteworthy, right? He has the ore port and whatnot, so yeah, we're gonna have to target the red player. But with that being said, I mean, we're just, we're going after the development card deck here. Yeah, so I mean, Year of Plenty, right? That's another sort of avenue for us to maybe be able to get a city down, which we're definitely going to try to do. So the question now is whether or not there's any justification for putting that road down. I mean, red doesn't have. Okay, so let's look at it this way. Red is the one that's more likely to be able to do it. Since they don't have a development card, they're not going to be able to put like a road build down. So we're gonna hold on to the cards and sort of see what we have in the next turn. So there we go. We get the clay, and I would rather kind of do it with 1 clay and 1 lumber than burn through a ton of cards that we might be able to use for something else. So again, I'm fairly hopeful that with the Year of Plenty might be the card that helps us produce a city now. We're 1 road away from getting a road build that's, I'm not going to say unbeatable. I mean, orange does have the theoretical potential here to get something good going, but I think it's just a matter of sort of time now, and just kind of grinding it out, making sure we constantly hit the development card deck. And kind of make progress, even if it's just a little bit of progress every turn. But yeah, try to make that little bit of progress and get that victory. So more clay. So yeah, that's 8 cards. We'll do this. I mean, does it make any sense to build another road out, or maybe we kind of have those resources? I mean, yeah, I don't want to. I do want to use the Year of Plenty for something stronger than just kind of going for a development card here. So, you know, with that in mind, we're just gonna, yeah, keep going. Yeah, so all of the lumber and all of the clay we're producing, I think we're going to be burning 3 for 1. And again, just targeting the development cards. Just try to continue, you know, crashing through here with knights and army, and you know, hopefully our production sort of allows us to do that. Yeah, red seems to have disconnected. Hopefully they rejoin in a minute here, but. Yeah, so everybody now agrees that that we've won the game, but then, you know, with that being said, yeah, so the green player is acknowledging, you know, that we had really good moves right off the start, and yeah, I mean, that was kind of what I was saying about, you know, evaluating the situation and kind of figuring out how we're going to be able to develop and expand really quickly. And we were basically, you know, able to achieve like all of those things that we wanted to achieve at the beginning. So, yeah, it's possible that the red player capitulated here, which is slightly annoying, but you know, we're not going to hold it against them. So. Yeah, let's go dev card. I mean, I think this is the winning path for us. So, yep, knights are good. Yeah, just keep on going, keep on grinding away. We're gonna try to target army here. You know, maybe get a city, maybe get a victory point, and just based on what we might need at some point in the future, we also have this Year of Plenty kind of in our back pocket to. You know, maybe that's a road that, you know, if somebody starts getting competitive with a road build here, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, so red is producing a lot of clay. I'm just trying to think of like where we're going to be able to get resources that are useful for us. So 6 rolled, 8. I mean, 8's lumber, and yeah, another 6. So, you know, in saying that, you know, where are we going to be able to get wheat? I mean, maybe we go for orange. I mean, do we go for orange here? I guess so. Yeah, we just go down here. We're going to hit the orange player. I mean, getting lumber is, you know, not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, so now we're just producing a ton of cards. 1, 2, 3, wheat, ore. Going again to the development card deck. Okay, so, so resource monopoly, which is interesting. I mean, maybe now we go with this. Oh, I used 1 development card, sorry, that's an error on my part. Yeah, we used the knight, so. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we could potentially do here with a resource monopoly. I'm thinking that there's some sort of circumstance here where, you know, a couple of nines roll or 10s, and we just like snatch everybody's wheat or something like that. But yeah, we'll just keep an eye here on the question marks. Basically, as soon as we see, you know, as soon as we see something kind of eaten away at. We're just going to go for high impact, you know, max number of cards kind of thing. Yeah, so 5 is really good for us. I mean, we're the only ones that are getting anything from a 5 here, so it's really, really strong. Yeah, we're definitely not interested in trade. I mean, there's nothing for us to, there's no reason for us to try to help someone here. Again, there's an argument to be made that maybe we sort of kill Orange's dream here of ever trying to, to take the road build, but yeah, this actually, by the way, for those that have been watching for a little while, I was sort of talking before about how, we've been on this kind of streak where we're getting, victory points really early on and not getting things like Monopoly and and Year of Plenty, and now in a game where we're not necessarily that keen on getting those things, or like we get those things, so it's pretty funny. Yeah, so a 4, I'm just thinking here, whether or not, yeah, I mean, look, I think we're just going to continue on with this this idea. I think that, yeah, the 2 points from army are going to be super useful to us. Now the question is whether or not we use the Year of Plenty maybe for another dev card, because we have the Monopoly, just so we make sure that every turn we're kind of using a dev card here. So yeah, we'll take another dev card. Yeah, so now we have the 2 knights that that get us there. So yeah, we'll just keep going. So the 2 knights are great. Maybe we're going to be able to rob a bunch of ore or something like that from. I mean, red has a ton of cards now, so again, if we use the Monopoly and get like an abundance of cards here, whichever resource it is, we can just port everything and get something off of that. So again, I think that maybe utilizing the knight and trying to kind of get something off of the red player here, some ore could be useful, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We've definitely set ourselves up for the win here. I mean, I've already called it. It's, we're 2 out of 3, so yeah. If you are watching this live, thanks for watching, and please do say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're from. If you aren't familiar with the game Settlers of Catan, sort of what your level is. If you're sort of joining us through one of the communities online, like the colonist.io community, or perhaps the Catan community on Discord, yeah, let us know. Always interested to hear where people are kind of joining us from. So red has been burning through a little bit of their resources here, trying to get something going on the board. Yeah, so he's trying to build his way out to the So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is use a robber here, just go after orange, so we get some wool. We do not need more development cards now, which is actually quite nice. So, if he does connect, that's 3, 5, that's 9. Our road is on 8, so he's right there, right? So maybe there is an argument to be made here that what we do is extend our road. Maybe I should have done it earlier, but yeah, we're just gonna build random roads out over to there. Yeah, we don't need a development card, so we're gonna keep going. I'm just gonna make the target much harder to achieve for the orange player here. So what was I saying? That would be 4 plus 8. So he would be at 10. So if he's able to connect, he ties us here. And yeah, maybe our resource monopoly is going to be something that's also kind of prophylactically, going to steal a bunch of cards from the orange player here. But yeah, we'll sort of have to wait and see what happens. I mean, I think they're going to kind of collude a little bit and try to get the road off of me, but even still, I'm somewhat confident that we are going to be able to take it back eventually. So don't want to worry about it too much. Definitely a lot of clay out there in the field. Yeah, a little bit of wheat and wool coming out. So yeah, orange wasn't able to make the connection and make it happen for himself there. So, you know, again, with that in mind, my sense of the situation is, yeah, barely any cities. Yeah, so I think we continue on like this. Okay, so now we could do kind of either or. We are going to try to take, so we're kind of guaranteed army next turn. So maybe we use the monopoly this time. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just take all of that ore straight away. Put a city down right there. Extend our road. Again, just to make the target essentially impossible here for orange to achieve in one turn. And with the knight on the next turn, we get to 10 points. So. Yeah, so they're mentioning that I need a knight and I win. Obviously, that's sort of, we plan ahead for this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That was one of the ideas as well, right? I said we can use the resource monopoly maybe to get that city, which is what we did. Now we've extended the road to a point where, I mean, orange is not going to be able to build that much road in one turn. So, yeah, they can continue robbing us as much as they want. We are ahead on the army race as well. We have that knight ready to go. So, yeah, all is good in life here. If you are watching this live, please let us know if the stream is kind of running smoothly. We did have a bit of an issue at the beginning with kind of a lag situation happening. Yeah, hopefully it's kind of running smoothly now and sounding okay. So if you are out there, it would be great just to get that feedback from you in the chat. And yeah, I think we're, our declaration of victory early on there, which was quite funny. I'm doing it for the lulz, right? Doing it for the clicks. Yeah, I think we were able to kind of manage the game well and kind of guarantee that we were always that one step ahead. Kind of having the stuff that we needed, the resources that we needed from the development card deck. So, yeah, got those knights. Got to build a city off of the monopoly. Very happy with the way that we played this game. Again, just playing kind of a clean game and getting the win. It's really nice. So. Yeah, red is not going to be able to do anything. Yeah, so GG. Very nice one there. So I may upload that one to YouTube. If you are watching this on YouTube in the future, thanks so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And if you want to catch us live on stream at some point, please join us at twitch.tv, TryNiceGames. And you can also get in touch with us through Twitter and Instagram and all sorts of other things that you can click and find us on. And yeah, if you're interested in playing with us in the future, I am hoping to organize some games with members of the community, followers, subscribers, that sort of thing. So yeah, don't hesitate to get in touch, play with us, let's have some fun. And again, thanks for watching.